Mika Abdalla's fiancé called her what on a podcast, and the internet hasn't recovered since. Flushed face. Okay, so imagine you are sitting on a podcast couch, microphone in front of you, cameras rolling, and your fiancé, the person who put a ring on your finger, the person you said yes to, the person you have been building a life with for 5 years, opens his mouth and refers to you as not in private, not in a text, on a podcast, out loud, into a microphone, with zero hesitation. Now imagine that clip gets found by 36 million off-campus fans who are already deeply invested in your life and your career and your future. Yeah, that is exactly what happened to Mika Abdalla. And we need to talk about it. Welcome back to Crown Influence, and if you are new here, you picked the perfect day to show up because this story has absolutely everything. A viral moment, a broken engagement, a fandom that went fully feral, and a Prime Video statement that nobody saw coming. Grab something to drink because we are getting into all of it. So first, who is Mika Abdalla? Because if you somehow have not watched Offcampus yet, Prime Video's third biggest debut season of all time with 36 million viewers in under 2 weeks, Mika plays Allie Hayes, the magnetic, confident best friend in Season 1 who completely stole every single scene she was in. She was so good that Prime Video said, you know what, let us build the entire second season around her. Mika is the lead of Season 2. She is on the rise. She is everywhere. And she was, until very recently, engaged to former Disney Channel actor Jake Short after 5 years together. Keyword was. Now here is where it gets spicy. Podcast clip resurfaced. Clip is from an appearance the two of them did together, sitting side by side, very much a couple, very much in public. And Jake, again her fiancé, again the man she said yes to, casually without blinking. You can watch the reactions in real time and it is genuinely uncomfortable viewing. Nobody laughs. Nobody moves on quickly. Just sits there. Now the internet found that clip and the internet did what the internet does. It clipped it, shared it, added dramatic music, posted it 17,000 times and collectively decided that Jake Short was the villain of the summer. Comment sections were brutal. Quote tweets were merciless. And this is where things escalated from messy to actually concerning because the off-campus fandom is not small and it is not quiet, and when they decide they care about something they bring their whole entire energy to it. Then came the confirmation that made everything hit 10 times harder. Mika and Jake announced their split. 5 years. An engagement. Over. And suddenly that podcast clip was not just an awkward moment, it was Exhibit A in a case the internet had already decided it was prosecuting. The narrative wrote itself and people ran with it at full speed. To their credit, Mika and Jake did respond. They put out a joint statement to Us Weekly saying the clip was being taken out of context, that it did not represent their relationship, that 5 years of love and respect cannot be summarized by one moment, and that the assumptions people were making were harmful and inaccurate. And honestly, that is a fair thing to say. Context is real. Inside jokes exist. A single clip does not tell a whole story, and we should all be humble enough to acknowledge that. But, and this is a big but, there is a version of being a thoughtful partner where you think about how your words land when there is a camera pointed at your face. Where you consider that the woman sitting next to you is a rising star with a platform and a fan base and a career that is about to explode, and maybe calling her a derogatory name on a recorded platform is not the move regardless of your dynamic behind closed doors. That is not about canceling anyone. That is just about reading the room, which Jake Short famously did not do. What happened next is the part that really tells you how big this story got. The off-campus official social media accounts posted a public statement on June 11th calling out the harassment that had been directed at cast members and their loved ones. A streaming platform. Warning its own fans. Threatening to block people. That does not happen unless things have genuinely gotten out of hand. The fandom had crossed from passionate into something that required an official response, and the show served it with full clarity. Respect the real people behind the characters or get removed. Full stop. Here is the bigger picture, though. Mika Abdalla is about to carry an entire season of one of the most watched shows on streaming television. She does not need a viral breakup defining her moment. She does not need fans harassing her ex on her behalf. She needs space to do the work, deliver the performance, and let season 2 speak for itself. And if the Jake short clip told us anything useful, it is that Mika handled a genuinely uncomfortable public moment with more grace than most people would have managed. That alone tells you everything about who she is. Season 2 is filming. Ali and Dean are coming. And Mika Abdalla is about to make everyone forget this ever happened. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.